Today I want to build something I've been thinking about for over 3 years. Now this one requires a bit of a backstory, so bear with me. In early 2020, I had the opportunity to tour the archives at the Museum of Science and Industry in Chicago. Down in the basement of the museum, there were thousands of incredible artifacts, from amphibious cars to parts of the Hindenburg. I could spend hours telling you about all the different things I saw, and maybe I will someday. But today I just want to focus on one thing. Right at the end of the tour, we were allowed to get hands-on with some of the sound effects equipment used on NBC radio. There were sound effects for glass breaking, doors slamming, scratching metal, and even a set of NBC chimes. But one thing in particular completely captured my attention. The Gear Clink. Here's a terrible video I took of the Gear Clink. From the second I heard that first clink, I knew I needed one. After countless hours of internet sleuthing, I discovered that the Gear Clink was invented by some dude named Carol Bratman in 1940. And that's all I can find. Well, that and this terrible picture. I would have recreated this thing a long time ago, but since I'm predominantly a woodworker, I have no way of accurately cutting out the complex shape of the clinker wheel until I discovered Send Cut Send. Essentially, you create a digital design, send it to them, and using what I can only describe as witchcraft, they summon your design into the physical world and ship it to you for a reasonable sum of money. The clinker parts were conjured out of 3/8-inch bulletproof steel. I chose bulletproof steel because it's cooler than non-bulletproof steel. Okay, that's it. You know as much as I do, so sit back, relax, and watch as I scratch this random-ass 3-year-old itch. Up until this point, I've been doing a faithful recreation using better joinery and better materials. But it dawned on me that for $0, I could add a swoop. This is the one I heated up and bent on camera, but I found I got much better results just bending it cold. Spent a lot of time thinking about the order of operations for the assembly of this thing, and let me tell you, it's not pretty. First step though, glue those in place. Then I need to do a dry assembly. Partly install the crank handle, and then capture the square spacer. And using my best marker, I can mark its location. Now I can peel off this side, hyperextend the handle, then I can do some very careful soldering. Now I can glue those pieces in. All the parts are going to be trapped in place after it's glued, so it's all got to go together at once. Paul shaft, Paul Blart, clinker wheel. Well, my goal was to go the whole video without letting you hear the sound until the very end in a sensual sound reveal. But we have a problem. Do you hear that echo? That ringing echo? I don't like that. And the original one didn't have it. But it's okay, because I've come up with a solution. I made these two sexy little pieces, and I'm going to glue these from the underside right at the center point of the wheel. Once the glue's dried, I'm going to insert these little pieces of felt that are sort of spring-loaded, and those will ride up against the wheel. That'll kill that echo. One on each side. Much better. 3 different angles while applying finish. That's no easy task when your hands look like this. There it is. I don't think I could have done any better than I did. When I first saw the parts from Send Cut Send, I was excited. But this is so much better than I envisioned. I want to thank you for sticking with me through this one. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed building it. If you want to build your own, I've made the files available along with a brief write-up of what you'll need and the dimensions. You can send those files to Send Cut Send, they'll cut them for you and ship them to your door. They don't need to be bulletproof. I just did that to be cool. Until next time.